This is the MONO500 complete production plant for aluminum foil trays. This has been developed since 2016, the year that we presented first worldwide, after depositing the patent that now is applied in several countries worldwide. And with its unique features, includes everything required for the alufoil conversion in a single machine, starting from the recoiling unit, the feeding system, and the pneumatic solenoids to drive completely the molds. Of course, the servo press unit, the stacking system that now is available both in single cavity or in dual cavity, control unit and output section, without missing the scrap collection in the middle of the machine. So with the very compact footprint, this machine has its main characteristic into the speeds of the output. So that's the main reason why we offer the single cavity machine. With a benchmark of 450 ml trays can run up to 120 strokes per minute, making significant difference into investment on a larger number of molds. And simply adding more machine to the same base of molds becomes an easy scalable solution to expand the production needs, and of course make a game-changing into the philosophy how we approach the production of the aluminum foil trays. This machine can cover 80% of the demand of the market in terms of shapes of aluminum foil trays, from the rectangular, round, or any kind of special shape in single cavity. And for the smaller ones, we recommend to use it in dual cavity, thanks to the foil width that the machine can manage, and from that is the name of the machine, MONO500. That means we are capable to convert foil up to 500 mm width. Thanks to the synchronization of the system, it's possible to save a lot of the percentage of the scrap that typically we have in the production, thanks to stepping to zero, so to save aluminum foil even between one and next impression of the machine. Another important aspect to run a small unit instead of other solution of large machine is the efficiency. What that means in the truth and why the scope of the single cavity. Efficiency means how long the machine runs without stops. So in this approach, we can ensure running multiple small machines to have in average higher efficiency than running fewer machines in multiple number of cavities. So that is not the only solution, of course, but at least with this approach we are able to minimize the downtime, because in a mold with multiple cavity, usually a problem that occurs into a single one of the cavity will stop immediately the entire production plant. But imagine to split into two machines, like monos, two same molds, and two machines that runs at the double of the speed. What will happen is that even if in one of the two cavities you are running, it will stop one machine, the second continue to run, maximizing the efficiency, so the fixed cost that you will have running the production in terms of handling of the equipments. The control panel that we install in the machine is designed to be extremely easy to operate, and from a single position you will run the entire setting of the machine. This is also another key feature of the level of automation we have into Anistek production plant. What that means in the truth is that basically all the settings that require to be adjusted or loaded to run a specific mold production can be called back by the HMI system. And that includes all the setting. What that means: the coiling, cams solenoid, servo system operation, all the synchronization with ejection, everything related to the stacking unit, the activation of the scrap unit, the running of the output table. All those settings will be stored and easily called back by the recipe system installed into the HMI. So all this can be also monitored remotely thanks to different kind of log file that we have into the machine. One that stores for you every modification into the running configuration of the machine, and a second log file that tells you all the events that happens into the machine lives. So this makes it very easy to diagnostic anything about remote supporting that we include as well into the system, because our engineers can remotely check the machine, and with thanks to the log history and the deep network of the electronic inside of it, can assist and remotely fix or help into tuning properly the machine for specific jobs. This information will be also helpful to be linked into a MES system where data analysis about production can be monitored to get information about how efficient is our production, and in case of stops, the system can tell exactly which are the reasons. So in that way we are matching 100% the Industry 4.0 requirement, because a machine can get also data from planning office to know what's required to be produced into the system, run the production and send back the outputs of the job done to the production management offices. The operation, it's designed to be very easy to be learned, because one of the most recent trends is to get harder to find high-skill operators on the machine. So our target in Anistek is to make very easy to operate the machine. Thanks to this, we have a classic button panel that can assist operators in running 90% of the operation of the production, and all the advanced things included in HMI about specific function or setting or parameters and so on. Of course, the level of access to different level of parameters into the machine is also adjustable according user rights that typically are in 3 levels that can be customized according requirements, where we have a basic operation of the machine, for who one in front of the machine needs to open the doors, clean up the mold, feed the aluminum foils, collecting the parts at the output, stop and restart the machine. Then we have typically a second level of the engineers that are able to load a recipe, modify the program of the machine, and touching some advanced parameters for specific needs. And then we have a third level about administration that typically is used from Anistek as supporting and commissioning and servicing the machine. How the servo press works in comparison with the traditional crankshaft machines. In the MONO500 we have placed 2 servo drive motors in the lower part of the machine that activate in a parallel way the ram system that will be moved up and down like in any other machine. The key point difference is that how those motors are able to control the position, speeds, acceleration, standby time, things that in any other traditional crankshaft machine are not available. Consider that one of the main advances is to control perfectly the pressing movement to match exactly the capability of the alufoil to be cracked in specific condition of operation. So that means we are able to fine adjust the exact forming speeds in a specific portion of the cycle only, without strongly affecting the total speed of operation of the machine, so the end output of the machine. In other words, if we require to control better the forming during the lower side of the coming down ram travel, we can only fix that speed in a lower range, and maybe we can maximize the speed into the opening or in the closing. So as default, MONO500 has 4.4 positions that for each one we can adjust acceleration, speeds, proportional increase of acceleration, standby time, waiting something for the next cycle. Those features are taken from our experience from 2005 in the development of our very first servo press, and all that knowledge has been transferred into MONO500 with a dual motor and maximized that with the latest servo drive capabilities available on the market. One of the other very important aspects that match the control of the servo system is the control of the cams solenoid. With a very accurate and very fast movement of the ram to match speeds of output up to 120 strokes per minute, we need to have a very high precision control into the solenoids, the electro valves that will blow off, top eject, and do all the job required inside of the mold. So the key point is that the same logic control system installed into the machine controls both the position and running of the position of the machine and the output input from sensor and solenoids. This make possible to synchronize perfectly what the axis of the press movements are doing together with what is required to be done from the mold. So in some mold we also included some specific kind of sensor to match incredible speeds and output capacity. Of course, the same system controls as well the uncoiling, the recoiling unit, as well the stacking unit. Because if in one side we have possibility to run very fast, we want to have as well very quick collection and very precise collection of the finished product into perfectly stacked parts ready for the final packaging. So for that reason, also the stacking unit, the servo system that drives the stacking unit, sensor, solenoids, and all necessary devices that we use to stack the parts are as well integrated into the same logic controller. This makes unique in the integration between all the parts, the performance of the machine. We will be very happy to receive your inquiries and discuss individually about any question and any specific needs that new in business or expert may have about our production solution in Anistek. Feel free to write us at commercial@anistek.com or have a look into website alufoiltrays.com.